Awesome. So welcome everybody to our regular Monday night call. We're excited tonight because we're going to be sharing about the life in retail. So loads of people that are tuning in tonight have either been in retail, are in retail, and we just want to share with you a little bit about what we've found and ways that we've found, to nourish our bodies while working crazy hours, and other ways that we've found to increase and create other income so we might be able to get out of those retail jobs as well. So my name's Mel Brandt. I'm a mama of two, and I was in retail for 10 years. So what did that mean for me? It meant that I was on my feet. I was working long hours, way more than a 9 to 5. It was more like a 9 to 9 some days. I was told what I was worth. There was an hourly rate that went with that. My holidays, or lack of, were mapped out in a time frame that had to suit my boss rather than when I wanted to go. So you know what? We're just here tonight to share a little bit about how we've been able to make those changes in our lives. So for me personally, I've been able to get out of that rat race and make some changes in our lives. And we're going to hear from some amazing speakers tonight about how they have done the same thing. So a few little things that I want to share with you before we kick off is, we are absolutely under pressure these days to get it all done, be mums, all the challenges, financial obligations, you name it, right? Like, how many hats do we need to wear? So we are in a world where we're creating other people's dreams, yeah? We're working towards other people's dreams. There's things that we want to do, but we're not fulfilling those, because every single day there's bills to be paid, yeah? There's things that we have to do, and we feel as though that 9 to 5 is where we're going to be able to find that. But I want to take a little minute to share a few little statistics that might actually blow your mind. So it's estimated that in the next 5 to 10 years, 40% of jobs won't exist. Now, I know that in retail especially, that's a little bit scary, okay? Because you can be laid off at any time. You can be replaced at any time. It doesn't matter where you're from. You can walk straight into a job in retail. Okay, so that scared me. That really scared me that I didn't have a plan B. The good news is that we believe we've found a better way that we can impact lives, make changes, and also help ourselves along the way in order to fulfill our dreams and the things that we're chasing as well. So, you know what? Everyone on this call has exactly the same traits, and that is to potentially be entrepreneurial minded. So what does that mean to be an entrepreneur or to have that side hustle business? It is to be able to take control of your life, do things on your terms, design your days. But how good does that sound? Design your days. That just excites me. So you know what? These are the things that we're capable of. But one thing that I want to point out that I found in that 10 years of working in retail is not only are you on your feet, but you're doing long hours. You're also probably not eating the best. Okay, I know for me, I worked in shopping centers, so it was whatever was in the food court, whatever I could grab on the run, that I was feeding myself 5 to 6 days a week. So one thing that I want to share tonight is an amazing product, and we're going to flick over to the amazing Jess Garland, who's going to share a product that we are absolutely raving about, that is both nutrition filled, it's great for the family, but also awesome for on the go as well. So Jess, I'm going to flick it over to you, and if you can share a little bit about the amazing product behind this business opportunity.
Of course, thanks Mel. Hi everyone. I'm super excited to be sharing our products because without them we wouldn't be on this call tonight. So I'd like to be a little bit interactive, and just if you can pop your hand up if you know someone that's sick at the moment, if they've got heart disease, cancer, arthritis, asthma, like the list is really long, right? We live in such a fast-paced world. We've never had more access to hospitals and medical treatment, but we've never been sicker. I hear people often say that they have a vitamin deficiency, but I honestly feel, in my opinion, that we have a whole food deficiency. So like I said before, we live in a really fast-paced world, and you would all know that, you know, being in the retail industry. You're working really long days. I used to be in retail and I worked those crazy long days too. And, you know, sometimes we, like Mel said, we just grab what's handy. You know, we go to the food court. We often don't have proper lunch breaks. We're eating as we work. So my kids' school is 6 minutes from our home, and we pass 7 major fast food outlets in that 6 minutes to and from school every day. So it's, when you're a busy mama or just a busy retail worker, it's hard to make good food choices when you're pressed for time. So about 18 months ago, I was looking for a product to bridge the gap for my family. I was a mama of a brand new baby, my 3rd child, and I was tired. My energy levels were low. Our immune system wasn't doing very well, and I was looking for something that we could have as a whole family. So I came across a product called Juice Plus, and I was really excited by this product for a couple of reasons. It had a food label. It was backed by science and had been around for over 26 years. So our products have over 30 peer-reviewed medical studies on them, and that's pharmaceutical grade research on them. So there is no other supplement product in the world that has research like we do. Some of our research shows that our products reduce inflammation and increase the immune system. We know, you know, from other studies that disease is just an increase in inflammation within our body, and that fruit and veggies can help reduce inflammation. So when I came across Juice Plus, and it was really simple, it was just fruits, veggies and berries in a capsule, it became a no-brainer to our family. Our bodies are broken up into 3 main systems, one being the immune system, the digestive system, and the nervous system. So Juice Plus have a product that nourishes these systems, which again made complete sense to me. And I was like, yep, give it all to me. We want to have it all. So our immune system is supported by these colourful little bottles here. And inside these I have 30 vine-ripened fruit, veggie and berry capsules. And these are picked at ripeness, so like on left to the very last minute, picked, they're pulped, and then they're dehydrated at really, really low temperatures, keeping all their goodness intact. Our studies show that they are bioavailable, which means our bodies know exactly what to do with them, and they're in our bloodstream really fast, within only a couple of minutes. So I don't know if any of you have been on a multivitamin before and you've had that disco weed, because I sure got that. These products don't do that to you, which is awesome. So my energy levels increased really fast because I was now supplying my body with the nutrients that I just wasn't getting in being a busy mama. And I wished I'd had back in the days of being in retail, because I just wasn't fueling my body with the food that it needed to get through every day. Our company is on a mission to transform healthy living throughout the world. And one of the ways they do that is by supplying free chews to our kids, which is awesome. So if you're buying the fruit, veggie and berry products for yourself, you can get it for your kids in a chew-like form or a capsule form if they would like that too. You know, and our parents are finding that our kids are having less days off school, they're having less doctor's visits, they're drinking more water, they're craving more fruits and veggies, they're pooping better, which, you know, we might laugh on here and say that, what are we talking about poop for? But as a mama, if your kids aren't eating the right food and their little tummies aren't being nourished, then it's a really big deal, and it can make everyone in the household not so happy. So that's amazing. We have over 1 million children on that health study around the world. You know, does this mean we don't eat fruit and veggies? Not at all. We actually probably eat more than we did before. Our bodies are craving more fruits and veggies. It's like anything. If you're putting sugary and high salt foods into your body, that's what your body is going to be craving. Our governments say that we should be eating 2 fruits and 5 veggies every day, but World Health actually suggests we do 9 to 13. So you'd probably are thinking, well, why does our government say so less? It's because they say it's doable. But unfortunately, only 10% of our adults and less than 1% of our kids are actually getting this into them every day. So my family, you know, we love this because it's just bridging the gap between what we are doing and what we should be doing every day. Our nervous system needs oxygen, water, and good fats to nourish it every day, you know, and a couple of ways to do that is by drinking great filtered water. actually breathing all the way down into our tummies every day. Lots of us are so busy and caught up in lifing that we forget to breathe. And I'm one of them. I've got to remind myself, or sometimes these lovely ladies on the call remind me to stop and breathe. And but we also have an amazing plant-based omega. So this has some amazing, we've left out the fish, right? We've gone straight to the omega source. So we've got the algae, we've also got raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil, safflower seed oil. We've got some amazing ingredients in this. So, I was worried about putting an omega into my children's body because of, chemicals that we can often find within the fish in our waters. So this, again, was a no-brainer. And I feel like it was a missing link to our family before we got it, because it's so much clarity. Our body can actually respond rather than reacting now. So I love this, and my whole family, including my children, take this every day. Our last product that we have nourishes our digestive system by these amazing plant-based, there's a crinkle bean in my handbag, that's where I keep them, plant-based powders. And again, amazing superfoods in here. My kids think they're getting a chocky shake every morning, but they're actually getting things like alfalfa sprouts, pea protein, mushroom, chickpeas. My kids don't just naturally pick up chickpeas and eat them, but they're getting them every day in their shakes. So these, if your tummies, again, I honestly believe a lot of our diseases come back to our gut health. And if our gut isn't being nourished, then we can't digest our food properly and we can't function properly. So if our tummies are settled, and again, these are amazing if you work in retail and you don't have time to go and have a lunch break, which I didn't often. I'd work a 9 till 9 day on a Thursday. So often you'd have a lunch break at 12 till 1 or 11 till 12. But by 3 o'clock, I was starving. So I was eating lollies behind the counter, and I wish I'd had these in my handbag. But all it needs is some water and a shaker, and you're good to go for a couple of hours. So, these are our amazing products. So I'll hand it back over to Belle.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jess. Every time I hear you share about these products, I just think, wow, like we have struck gold, really. And you know what? When you brought up about eating lollies behind the counter, guilty, right? And I think it's really important that we are having something to reach to, like Jess said, that's nourishing our bodies, because how are we supposed to be doing the best that we can, serving customers, doing stock, dealing with money as well, when you haven't got that mental clarity? So I know for myself, 10 years ago, or not even 10 years ago, but doing 10 years in retail, it was really, really tough, on my family, on my lifestyle, really, as well. It was something that was taking its toll, and I knew that I needed to find another way to create an income that took the pressure off me helping build someone else's dreams. So I'm going to flick it over to the amazing Hayley, and Hayley's going to share a little bit about how this business opportunity has changed her life.
Hi, thank you, Mel, and thanks, Jess. Great story about both of you had great stories. Anyway, I get chatty when I get nervous. Anyway, so I was in business for at least 15 years. My husband and I ran a business, and our business went broke in the GFC. So I had to get a job, and I had been working for myself for so long. No one would hire me except for some places in retail. So I actually had to get a job in retail, and it was tough. It was working every Saturday and Sunday, every public holiday, every special day. I had to work because, that's just the retail world. That's when they do their best days, is when people in the corporate world are having a day off. So you have to be open so they can come in and buy their furniture or their beds or their clothes or whatever they want. That's where I began my journey in retail, and I worked in it for about 6 years. During that time, I was I worked myself into the ground. I was sick a lot. There was a lot of, you know, corporate bullshit that went along with it as well. You know, teams, you know, trying to, you know, jump on your customers, or, you know, you being accused of jumping on their customers, and, you know, like it was just not great. So anyway, I finally started another business in the coffee industry, and that only lasted 3 months. So it just goes to show how tough business is out there for people who are employees, for people who are trying to get businesses started, especially in the retail industry. Like Mel said, you know, within 5 years, we're going to be losing like 40% of jobs out there. So, you know, retail's going to be one of those that's hit, and is already being hit. We're seeing it on a daily basis. So anyway, this coffee business lasted 3 months, and then I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do now? And I wasn't well from all the stress that I've been under over the last few years. And a lovely friend of mine put me in touch with this business and introduced me to these products. And I was just all in straight away. I was just like, yes, 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 this makes sense. So I was like, yep, give me the products. Yep, show me the business. I'm in. Full, you know, whole body, everything. So anyway, jumped into it. Within 2 weeks, my energy levels had gone, just skyrocketed. Like, I couldn't believe the amount of energy I had. I was normally having to have nana naps of a day. I was, just, you know, tired all the time. And I wasn't tired anymore after taking the products. I was just like, oh my God. People started noticing. People started commenting on my skin and my energy levels and the color in my face and the clearness of my eyes. And like, that was really like beautiful to get those comments all the time of, you know, what are you doing? You know, what's changed? How come, you know? So yeah, really great to sort of share that story with people about how these products have improved my life, because the stress levels were so full on over the last few years. It also really took a toll on my nervous system, and I was really struggling with anxiety to the point where I couldn't go out. I couldn't leave the house. I was getting nervous. I mean, it was horrible. So when I started the products, I also started on the omegas that Jess was talking about for the nervous system. And I wasn't expecting anything, but within 2 weeks, I noticed that I was able to go out. I was feeling confident, and these anxiety attacks they just left me. So I wasn't really having to deal with that anymore. I mean, I get the normal nerves like everybody does if I've got to public speak like now and stuff like that, but apart from that, you know, the anxiety has gone. So anyway, so now I have joined the business. Like I said, when I started the products, I jumped straight in, and I love working from home. I love working on my own terms. I love that I don't have to, you know, face people face to face if I'm sick, and like I used to in retail. You know, like it's just been absolutely amazing. So that's pretty much it from me.
Awesome, Hayley. You just touched on so many things that just keep making me think, oh my goodness, like this is what I used to go through all the time. And it was, like you said, those really long Thursday nights, the Saturdays, the Sundays, you know, you gave up your weekends if you were working in retail. But what used to get me was the, you know, 12, 14-hour days when it was stop take time, because you can't just stop. You know, and again, one other thing that you touched on is it's a dog eat dog world. And yes, you can have your, you know, promotion, or, you know, the promotion you thought you were going to get ripped out from underneath you, and someone brought in from another company, or, you know, another state even, that can take your position. So I guess really just what we want to showcase tonight is, the fact that loads of people on this call have said yes to an opportunity where they've been able to design their days, create an income from work, cafe, beach, whatever. It really doesn't matter. So the important thing to understand is that this opportunity has been different for everyone. It is what you decide. And the really amazing thing, I think, when I came into this, there was that little bit of skepticism about, is this a pyramid scheme? We've all heard that terminology, is it a pyramid scheme? And to kind of debunk the elephant in the room, pyramid schemes were made illegal in the 1970s. This company is a direct selling company, and we're really extremely proud of the opportunities that we can put forward for people to change their lives. So I'm going to flick it over to the amazing Megsy, and she's going to share a little bit about her story as well when it comes to the retail world and working for the man.
Hey everyone, I'm Megs. Thanks for having me on tonight. I'm really excited to share my story because I have been in these industries and in hospitality since day dot. I've worked on private super yachts for 7 years, and I was doing 15, 17 hours a day, on call 24 hours a day. And I was definitely working for the man who had all the money and was rubbing it in my face. So energy-wise then, I don't know how, if I wish I'd had this product back then, but I didn't, so we just did what we did. Now, I find, life before Juice Plus I was having some hectic lady issues happening, which was really affecting my energy. I work in a very fast-paced environment where I'm on my feet, I'm on the go. And sometimes do have lunch at my desk, and I'm working in that, fight or flight. I'm always in that fight mode, adrenaline, because it is so fast-paced. So now what I find with Juice Plus is, since having it, and I was always getting sick, customers always breathing on you and everything. I was always the first one to get it. Now I've been sick for like 1 or 2 days in the 2.5 years, almost 3 years actually, that I've been taking it, and it disappears so quickly. My energy levels, I find I don't, my colleagues are getting the 2:30, 3 o'clock sort of slumps, and customers just keep coming. So I don't have to deal with that anymore. When I get home, I've actually still got energy. And I just feel better in myself as well. So that's why I love this product. My energy came back. I literally got to the point before Juice Plus where I couldn't get out of bed and do any exercise, and that's not like me. I'm a very active person, so it definitely brought that back to me. And now life since finding Juice Plus, business-wise, I'm excited. I'm passionate. I just love sharing this product, and I've seen what it can create. And working in a company now where it looks like it might be in the middle of a takeover, that puts my job in jeopardy. So I can actually relax a little bit because I know that I've got a business that can cover bills, can look after me, and I can keep building that on the side. And I'm connecting with an amazing tribe of people who kind of kick butt over my everyday work colleagues. Sorry to say if anybody ends up watching this, they're awesome, but the Juice Plus tribe is so much more fun. So I just love that I've just got peace of mind, and it's mine. I can be creative and I can make this, my own. And it's just something to be really proud of. And I think that's really exciting. I'm not a mum, but if I was ever to become a mum, I know that once again, I can sort of give a job a flick, or this, would be my full-time career. So I just love that I've got that opportunity. So that's my story.
Boom! It comes in like a wrecking ball. That's amazing, Megsy. Like, you just touched on so many amazing points that, having a side hustle business doesn't mean that you've got to go and ditch everything else. You can literally keep doing what you're doing and have something like this on the side. So we are absolutely grateful that you've jumped on tonight to check out what we're up to. If any of it resonates with you, please go back to the person that invited you onto this call. And, things are changing. We're moving into a digital world. Woolies is shutting down those registers, and it's do it yourself. Everyone's buying online because it's cheaper. So you know what? The retail world is really under pressure right now. So we just wanted to share with you what we've been up to. The way that we're doing business is changing. We're building digital empires. We make money from our mobile phones, and we're changing the world with Wi-Fi. So we'd love to hear from you if this made sense.